So hi, I'm Maryk. I'm 29 years old. I've been riding in Europe for the last 5 years, but I started riding probably when I was 5 or 6 years old in India, and horses have always been a big part of my life, and I'm just enjoying myself in Europe and trying to go as far as I can in the sport and loving every minute of it. So I started riding when I was 5 years old. My mom first took me for my first ride. She used to ride horses when she was young, and I guess it started like that. It started as a hobby where I went maybe on the weekends to pass time and to enjoy myself with friends, and then it started to become an obsession, and then you start to ride more and more, and you get your first pony, your first horse, and go to your first competitions, and from there it just starts to become a real passion. And I've had many different trainers in India. There are a lot of riders in India, but there are not so many based here who are jumping. There are some doing eventing, but not so many show jumping. And yeah, and it's a good sport in India, but I think the setup here is completely different. It's much more professional. You're testing yourselves against the best riders in the world with the best horses and some of the best shows like we have here in Sunshine Tour. So it's really good and I'm enjoying a lot. So I decided to move over to Europe about 5.5 years ago, and I saw a few different places, and I met my trainer Amy Graham, who's based in Normandy in France, and I had a really good feeling and rapport with her, and I decided to move over, give it a go. I never thought I'd stay here for that long, but I just enjoyed it a lot. And France, as everyone knows, is really rich in breeding, especially where I'm living in Normandy. We have a lot of good shows around, plenty of shows and good access to go to other shows in different countries, and for the horses it's a really good life in France. And as well, you can be competitive and go to the best shows, and we can always come on tour to great places like this, and that's why I guess I chose France. And but everywhere in Europe is really good. It's more or less the same. The standard is high wherever you go. Whether you're here jumping ranking classes or in France, they're still difficult, and you still have to ride well to win classes here. So right now I'm just immersed in the horses. I have 5 horses of myself. I hope to get more, and I'm just competing a lot and trying to go as far as I can. And as you know from India, it's very different moving over to Europe. The standard is not quite the same, and it's gone really well, but I hope the next few years are going to be even better, and I really want to go as far as I can and to get to the highest possible level I can. There are many championships I can do as an Indian rider, but right now being in Europe and competing against the best riders around, hopefully I can go as far as I can, and the next few years would be a big few years for myself. So this is first colt. His stable name is Blue. I've had him around 3 years, and I would say I'm jumping the biggest classes with him. He's jumped a few 150 Grand Prix, and I hope he has a good tour here. He was second in the 140 last week and jumped really well. And this is a speed horse I have, really good 140 horse. I've had him for 5 years. His name is Flyer, and I probably have the closest bond with him because I've had him a long time, and he means a lot to me. And here we have Chandra Blue. His stable name is BFG, Big Friendly Giant. He loves people and loves horses. He just wants to do his job, and he's the sweetest horse anyone can find. And he was clear yesterday in the 140, and he's a really super jumper. He just does his job, and there's no fuss about him. He just loves it. Marie, she's my groom. We've been working together a few months now, not a long time, but it's been really good, and a lot of the work that we do, and a reason that the horses perform well is the team behind, and she's a really big part of it, and a big reason why the horses are feeling so good and jump so well. Sunshine Tour, which we came last year as well, and we've been here a few times. It's really the best place to start and finish the year. So we finish the outdoor season here, hopefully a big few weeks coming up, and then we go home a bit quieter for a couple of months, just do some indoors, and then we are back here again next year to begin the year, and we have many shows planned, and hopefully a big year for all the horses with lots of improvement and good results, and I'm excited for it.